Well, I guess you're moving a step closer to your version of an all Swinney team this fall. Is the experience with Drew, you think, going to be any different than it was with Will? I imagine they're, different personalities.
Yeah. Any of y'all that have kids, you know that they're all different.
Yeah.
And they're similar in ways, and you can really tell if you're spending time with them. You can tell they're brothers, but they have very unique personalities, very different. Two, first of all, just really great young men. Probably Dad shouldn't say that, but it's like, oh well, he's being dad, proud dad, and I am, but it's really more, the coach, because I just know how hard they work, and they're two guys that really epitomize what you want your program to be about and what you want your team to be about, and just being committed to excellence and being committed to being the best you can be. And Will and Drew, that's just who they are. And their coaches would tell you that. Their friends, they don't need their dad to say that, but it would be a shame if I didn't say that, because that's who they are. And just really proud of them and excited. I've never really been able to coach them on the field. And I had a ball with Will last year. It's been fun. They both got some talent, and they'll be productive guys as they go through. Will came at a good time because we lost our two holders the year before, and he's held a long time. So he did a great job for us. I would have liked to have redshirted him, but we really needed him, and we should hopefully be able to redshirt Drew. And it'd be kind of neat to get a couple years between them because they've always been kind of right on top of each other. But they'll be great guys and good teammates, and they just love their experience. I love everything about Clemson. I think it's really neat for me as a dad that my two boys, their dream was to come 2 miles. To me, and that's probably one of the best compliments that I can give Clemson. To be honest with you, I'd like to think we've been good parents and all that, but I think it's just a great compliment to Clemson and the people of Clemson, because they've spent their whole life here, from preschool to kindergarten, elementary, middle, high school. And you think sometimes kids might be like, can't get out of here fast enough, but the fact that they wanted to be here, that's exciting for me. So really proud of them, and excited to have Drew come in and go to work. Got Jake Venables coming in too. It's kind of a unique situation that we got. That's just kind of where we are in life, Ben Batson's coming in. Jay and Judah are going to be seniors this year. So it's really neat to see some of these kids that I've watched grow up their whole life, that are a part of our team.
Is it safe to say you want to be more aggressive and attacking on offense this year, going downfield and the screen game?
Yeah, I think that we were aggressive at times last year when we needed to be, and games were different last year. A lot of games were different. We got control of a lot of games early, and the previous couple of years we were in a lot of shootouts, a bunch, and some of that's a reflection of our defense. I was talking. I've been talking to you last night. I can't remember, but in 2015, I think we were 105th in the country in giving up plays of 20 yards or more. We were very dysfunctional. We were really good on defense. I think we were a top 10 defense, but we were 105th in giving up 20-yard plays or more. And as a result, we had a lot of games where we got up, and then next thing you know, you're kicking an onside kick. It was like, and it was 45-42, and then come back in 16. And we went from like 105th to 65th or something like that. We really improved, but we still gave up too many big plays, like chunks. Like people had a hard time moving, but they get these chunks. And we had some games, Virginia Tech and a couple others that, we couldn't quite put people away. And but fortunately we were able to score a lot. So we kind of overcame it. Whereas last year, we were 5th in the country. So we went from 105th to 65th to 5th in plays of 20 yards or more given up on defense. So the point is we controlled the games a lot more. And so sometimes as a result of that, you're your style of play is reflected. I mean, again, we don't sit around and get in the flow of games and think about, well, okay, come December, we need to do this because in December we want to be able to say that we were more this or more that. Well, we want to win the game. Let's play the game that we're playing. You go up to, we're playing the Auburn game. We had some explosive plays in that game. We had some big plays, had a couple of big plays down the field, or you don't win. Go up to Louisville, game day. I thought we had a tougher schedule and a tougher road last year than we did the year we won it. And the game got over early, and style of play changes. So then you go to Virginia Tech, kind of same thing. Game day, a lot going on, but we got control of the game, and we were just so stingy on defense. People had a hard time getting chunks on us last year. But from a just pure offensive standpoint, we want to get back to being one of the best offenses in the country. And I was proud of that group last year because, again, we were picked. I think we were picked third in our division, but yet we won the league, and we had a tough road to do it, a very tough road to do it, and we were able to make critical plays when we needed to make them. We weren't as explosive or as precise as we were the couple years prior to that, but we got a new center, we got a new quarterback, we got new wideouts. It was a new tight ends. It was just, we just weren't quite at that level. But I think that we got a chance to get back to being one of the best offenses in the country. And, hopefully we can have a similar recipe as we did last year, though, and have games where, you get control level. Maybe you score, 21 points, and the other team can't score. So you play smart, and you try to find a way to win the game. But I do think with the experience that we've got back at wideout now, the growth at that position, young players that got experience last year, the maturity at tight end, those three running backs. Travis was a freshman last year. He was an explosive player, but he was just as explosive as being a freshman too, in the other way. And things that a lot of times people don't see. And I just think we're so much more polished there. And I just, same thing, we're settled up front. We've got good depth up front. We've got talent at quarterback. We've got, one guy that's been there and done that. So it's going to be exciting. I think that we definitely want to be who we've always tried to be, and that's play fast, spread the field, create matchup problems, win one-on-one matchups, run the football, be a play-action-oriented team. We're going to run the zone, we're going to run the power, we're going to run the counter, we're going to do it a bunch of different ways, and we're going to be really good at it.
As you said, the players usually aren't surprised by the depth chart, but I doubt many of us were expecting Trevion to be listed as a co-starter with T. Although you kept telling us all spring what a great spring he was having. Coach Scott said today that it really was that close between the two. Are you looking forward to seeing if he follows that?
Yeah. Trevion we could have probably penciled him in anywhere because he's going to play everywhere. But I tell you, he's a breath of fresh air in a day where guys aren't patient sometimes and they move on. He's Jerron Brown. He's Jerron Brown, maybe a little more talented. And he is a guy that I have incredible respect for because he has worked his tail off to become. He's a very good player now. He's in a position now, mentally, physically, knowledge-wise, maturity, all those things. His confidence is through the roof, and he's put it all together. This kid's going to have a really good year for us. I'm really excited. He's been on quite a journey. He's had some big moments, but he's had some good players that he's competed with. He's got good players he's competing with now, but he's the unquestioned leader of that group. He's one of those guys, kind of like Christian, kind of like Clee, You know, I mean, I show up. I can't remember. I show up on a Saturday morning. I'm over there trying to think what I think I was coming over there to do, and I walk over there, and you know, it's just like it's like 8:30 in the morning on Saturday morning, and there's Travion. He's got all the wideouts. He's got a whole meeting going on. He's got them on the field, and he's got them all working out, all doing cone drills and things like that. And you know, he's just embraced where he is, and as I always say, he's just bloomed right where he's planted. But he's a kid that'll play on the next level, no doubt about it. I mean, and it's important that he gets opportunity this year to show what he can do, because we've seen it, and he's done it day in and day out, and his teammates will say they love him and have such great respect for him. But he's unique because he's one of those guys that he knows all three spots, and sometimes we'll go four wides. He knows that too. So he'll have a lot more opportunity this year, but he's competing his tail off for sure.
Who's one